Ah, hi, this is a foreigner in the Philippines. We got a post this morning that particularly touched on something. We've already done this. We did a video on the problem of, or the issue of acceptance in a family of whatever you are about to do. And it is general. It's not just about a man coming into a foreign country and marrying a Filipina, and at home everybody's looking at this foreign woman and thinking, what happened? It's about what happens in families when they start to have their own goals. And if you think about it, when a child is born, it's on the breast. That's as far as away as it gets in its perception of what is its reality. It gradually learns to be put in the cot. It gradually then learns to go into a playpen. But it's never far from the mother or the father. Now, gradually, the child will run a few feet away and then come back, always come back to the mother. And this is what happens, is it gets further and further away. Finally, it learns that it can go into another room and be safe, and then into the yard and be safe. Then it goes to school and it's safe, and it always keeps returning to the parent. Now, at one time, what used to happen was that the parents would live and die in the same house that the child grew up in. I tried to go back years ago and find the house that I grew up in, or one of the houses. It's not even there anymore, and neither are my parents. Now, this is something that you have to grow up to and get used to and accept and adapt to. Now, what's happening now is that parents are finding a new lease of life, especially if one of the parents dies and leaves another, or they split, have a divorce. This is another reality of modern day living. Now, parents are actually deciding that they can start again, and sometimes, as in my case, I made more mistakes in my life than are in the Guinness Book of Records. You know, if there was a Guinness Book of Record for making mistakes, I'd be in there. I'd be on page 1. And now I've got a chance to come and to try to make good, make amends, if you like, make up for what I did, and I'm getting this incredible chance to do that, and other people are finding the same thing. At one time, if a woman, certainly it's still the case in places like India, if a woman is widowed, that's it, her life is finished. She can't, nobody will marry her again in some parts of India. But that is all changing. Now we have this issue because I'm a foreigner and I'm living with a young Filipina and we're married. It's not just an arrangement. That's the whole point, the whole focus of the videos that we make, is that it doesn't have to be an arrangement. It can be something that is based in love and respect. Now, then you have this issue of whether the people that are in your life will accept the one. We have to wait for a moment.
Oh, oh, okay.
Okay.
That's a slice bread in our
Yes.
YouTube.
Okay, that's a slice of life. That's my mother-in-law. Now, when she's on camera for herself, she's a very, very quiet speaker, but it's like a machine gun fire when she's talking in ordinary life. But we're on the issue of whether your wife or new partner, and it's not just, actually, it's because of the friends that I have, it's not just about whether a foreigner can come over and marry a Filipina. It's not, these problems are general in life. If I have a friend who is in the UK, a dear friend, a woman friend, she has problems with her partner who is now has now come into our life, is not accepted by the people that were already in her life, and it's a terrific dilemma for her. And so it's the same in the Philippines. Don't expect that people are going to accept what you're doing. Now, the only way that I can suggest, and it makes sense to me, is a friend of mine used to have a favorite word called, and the word was extrapolate. And if you extrapolate, work it out, if you drive too fast in the worst conditions and you extrapolate on that situation, you're going to wipe out and probably get killed, right? That's extrapolation, where you take something to its logical conclusion. Now, if you have family who are against this new person in your life, extrapolate on that. What do they want? They want you to what? Stay? They want you to stay in their life? Well, it doesn't work that way. You can't stay in a person's life simply to be a fixture in their life for them, because you have your own life. Now, as I said about a child, when a child is born, and it gradually learns to be further and further away, right? Now, what will happen for any parent is that their child will make decisions which are totally self-determined. They will move away to another state, to another country, and not really give it too much of a thought about how that's affecting the parent. Because the parent, they expect, will still be there. So they'll go off and they'll have their adventure, and then if they need to, they'll come home and see the parent. But now, parents are deciding that they can have adventures. When I decided that I was going to leave America, I had a son there who had his own life. Now, I actually spoke to him and said, look, I'm kind of feeling like I need to have an adventure of my own again, and I need to get out and do it. This wasn't new to him because I'd done it several times. And I said, how do you feel about that? And he said, well, just go for it. Now, when he finally got an offer that was of interest to him, he went and moved anyway to another state. We were in Fort Myers. He moved to San Diego. Did he consider whether that would affect me adversely? No, because it's not up to him to live for me. Neither is it up to me to live for him. When he was in Fort Myers and I was just 15 minutes down the road, I didn't see him for maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So that tells you that the divide is already there. Now, I have a son and he's about to get married in the UK. And he and his fiancée Maria, Theo and Maria, they talked to me about going to live there in the UK. Would I like to come? You could come here and you'll be taken care of. You could come and they'll give you an apartment and they'll, you know, that you'll get a certain amount of money. They'll top up your pension so that you can live comfortably. And I thought about that and I thought, well, wow, wouldn't that be great? You know, I wouldn't have to worry about this or about that. And it seemed, for a little while, very, very attractive. Plus, I'd be able to see them. And then I realized, I extrapolated what would happen. I would go, I would give up what I have here, and I'd go with my wife, and we would settle in London, in and around London, and yes, we'd be well taken care of. Beth would probably get a very good job, and we actually financially would be pretty comfortable. And I would have the life that I ran away from 20 years ago. That was the life that I left. So extrapolating led me to see that staying for someone else is not going to make them happy, neither is it going to make you happy. Here's the test. When you go to bed tonight and close your eyes, who's in there with you? who's in your head with you? You close your eyes. Is there anybody else in there? No. It's just you. You are responsible for your own life. It's going to live for you. They're going to live for themselves. And that's right.
I live for you.
It's not the same. You live with me.
Okay.
If you lived somewhere else, that disembodied voice, by the way, is not a ghost, and I'm not a ventriloquist. That's my wife, Beth. Yes, you live with me. Come here. Yes, you live with me.
Yeah, I live with you.
You live for me and with me, but we have a life together.
Oh, yeah.
That's the whole difference.
Okay.
Now, if you have someone like this woman with me, who I adore, then it's important, yes, and you'll try to make it so that everybody's happy, but you can't put yourself last on the list, because, as I said, when you close your eyes and sleep, you're the only one in there.
Yeah.
So, respect yourself.
Yeah, decide for yourself, because and just says that live life, live life to
Yes.
the fullest, and whatever circumstances it is, it's part of experience, it's part of life.
So speaks she who must be obeyed.
Yeah. So please like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel.
And share. I
Yes,
always say
share.
share. Bye for now.
Bye bye. God bless.